You ought to get Eddie holding up the empty cup.
Well, why is there no coffee? You forgot to put water in it? Well, are the grounds in there?
This one's a little done here. This is crisp.
That's okay. We'll have some coffee in a few minutes, Eddie.
Okay. All right. Who wants it? Right here. It's hot. Hot.
Eddie can be buttering it while he's waiting on his coffee. Come on, Eddie. You could be eating while you're waiting.
Well, Kyle, give us a food review.
And the Iron Chef prepares his grill.
Well, if I must, it's pretty good.
Pretty good if you must. If you must say, it's pretty good.
And the Iron Chef.
And the Iron Chef's dog.
The Iron Chef prepares the next Belgian delicious waffle.
I think we need to go to Natchitoches today.
Clean it.
Why do you think that?
Is the shower clear?
Well, flush and you'll see.
Is the shower clear?
Okay, it'll get fixed. Oh, me. I'm not ready. Beautiful sound.
Start it again.
A beautiful sound.
Thank you.
The psalmist wrote, I love the Lord, for he heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy. As a teacher in a music program for parents and young children, I often sing a lullaby at the end of the class. The soft music is soothing for the children. I also encourage the parents to sing to their children at home. Some parents are hesitant, feeling they cannot sing well. I assure them that children prefer the sound of a parent's voice over that of anyone else, even a professional trained singer. Their attitude reminds me of how I sometimes approach my relationship with God. Often I have felt that my simple, halting prayers do not sound as profound or polished as others I have heard. Yet I know that God longs to hear my voice. My heartfelt prayers, however awkward they may sound to me, sound like music to God. And the prayer, gracious God, thank you for being attentive to the voices of your children. May we bring our prayers to you with confidence, remembering the model that Jesus gave us. Y'all can say it with me. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power and the glory forever. Amen. And the power and the glory forever. Amen. This came from the Tahoka News, and
Maybe we need to read it more.
I had to write this for church of the night, so I saved it to read to y'all. My Christmas memories. I have many special memories of Christmas, but to tell about them, most of you couldn't relate and would think that I was born in the little house on the prairie. It was just about that remote out here in the woods when I was born. I was born during the Depression, and times were very hard. There was little money at our house, though Daddy worked very hard at any job he could find. But God always provides, and right before Christmas, Mother would pore over the Christmas catalog and make an order to Sears on her charge account. Then she would make a list for Daddy, and he would catch a ride to Roebeling to the big store called Stilly in Yarborough. He would get a little brown bag of hard candies, one of chocolate drops. Some of those were used to decorate the beautiful stacked chocolate cake that Mama would make for Christmas dinner. A bag of nuts, usually pecans, English walnuts, almonds, and some Brazil nuts. We had another name for these then, not being very politically correct. But enough apples and oranges for one each in our stockings. We found the largest sock we could find to hang by the fireplace. The fireplace was our source of heat. It was around the fireplace that Mama sewed, and we would read or do our homework or play our homemade games. Most of our games were made up, and we made our rules to fit the situation as we went. The fireplace was the hub of our social life, and when a neighbor came by, sometimes to borrow a cup of sugar or making a coffee, we would move aside and give them space in front of the fireplace so they could warm up. We loved someone to drop in to hear news from the community. I was married and moved away from home before phone lines came down our road. Us kids loved going into the woods to choose a tree. It was open range, so if we found one anywhere that we liked, we'd cut it. We had to wait until a week before Christmas because it would dry out and lose its needles. That fresh smell of pine or cedar was great. My older brothers made a stand, then Peggy, Harold, and I would make the tree beautiful with our paper chain and foil wrapped with sweet gum balls. The foil came from chewing gum wrappers. One year we made snow, but that was a lot of work, beating it with a hand beater using soap and water, but it made a beautiful tree. On Christmas Eve, we would walk to Grandpa and Grandma Stewart's to visit with our relatives and play with our cousins. We left early to get home before Santa Claus came. We were usually never ready to leave Grandma's house because she always had tea cakes made for us, but tonight we were ready. On a starry night, on the way home, we could see the lights on Santa's sleigh in the sky. Our Christmas Eve ritual was to celebrate with a fresh coconut that Daddy punched the holes in the eyes and poured the milk out, and we passed the glass around. Then he cracked the nut and cut out each a chunk to chew on, which was kind of hard to chew when we didn't have our two front teeth. Then he brought out a flat wood box of raisins dried with the stems and attached to some of the vines. What a treat! Then we were off to bed without protest to wait for Christmas morning. We were up at the crack of dawn, sometimes earlier, just to check to see if Santa had come yet. I guess Santa didn't keep good records or was very forgiving because he always came and we got a toy and usually a pair of flannel pajamas. Mama always ordered some pink and gray flannel from Sears and sewed them while we were at school. We were very pleased because they were warm and cozy and cuddly. Then came Christmas dinner. It was quite a feast, with chicken dressing Mama made from the biggest, fattest hen that she had raised. Daddy provided fresh pork from the biggest, fattest hog he had been feeding. Then came dessert, the pretty stacked cakes made from scratch and the pies that had been kept in the screen pie safe. What a treat, and us kids never realizing the hard work that went into making Christmas so special. Imagine beating cake batter and frosting by hand, and how do you regulate the temp on a wood stove? Mama read to us the Christmas story, and we walked through the woods to church. It was first the little schoolhouse church, and then to the old building. I don't remember a Christmas play until I was a teen. It seemed church was more for the adults, and how hard it was to sit still. Knowing that that was the thing to do, I tried. I've learned the real meaning of Christmas, and I appreciate Christ's sacrifice. The Christmas story never grows old. On Christmas season, one Christmas season stands out in my mind, and it was on Sunday morning in 1941 when we heard about the attack on our ships in Pearl Harbor. How frightening to a little girl. I just knew that we probably wouldn't be alive by Christmas, and that we should just go ahead and get our Christmas presents now. But Mama had more faith than I did. And we had to wait. God was good, and we survived, and I trust His mercies endureth forever. I loved Christmas then, and even more now. Thank you very much. That's how I remember Christmas as a little girl.
He only grabbed a little bit. Growling at that.
You got something for us, Dad?
We was a big family, and the first Christmas I remember getting when I was 3 years old, we had moved to Napoleonville from Ponchatoula, and I unwrapped my present, and there was a little pickaninny doll, baby doll, and it had a little hole in the head where a little ribbon was tied through it and tied, and it was, to my best of my memory, it was either red and white or white and red. I do remember that. That's far back as my memory goes. And we never did, we was from a large family. There was 11 of us children. Of course, we wasn't all at home at the same time. My older brother, Alvin, was 14 years older than me. So he was almost like, well, he was just a big brother. And we always got something for Christmas. And I remember one year in Biola Battery, I guess I was 11. This was after the war started, and we moved to Alabama because my dad had to find work for his family. They put a freeze on all automobile and truck and tractor parts because of the war, and so we was living in Alabama. So my mother, I guess she must have ordered it from Sears, this little large tire wagon with little side planks on it, and we lived across the bayou, and the water was so full of iron that Grandpa Gilbert he had an ulcer, and he couldn't drink that, so we had to go across the bayou to the town well, and with a 5-gallon bucket, and go across the bridge, and you'd be about 2 of us would go, me and Jean, and we'd pump it up with water, then we'd pull it up that high bridge over the bayou, and we had to do that quite often. And really, but we had the time of our life with that wagon. So I don't remember really. We was living away from my mother's home, which was in Ponchatoula, and we would go over sometimes, but Christmas never did stand out until we got married and had a family and started raising our children. Then Christmas took on a new meaning. So that's all really we always had plenty to eat. My mother could provide, she could make a meal out of anything. She always, my dad always preserved food, we canned tomatoes and a whole bunch of stuff, and eat it during the year. And my daddy was a hard worker, and he said he told Mother later in life when we was all grown, and I think this was one of the reasons why he got an ulcer, was that he said he always worried that he'd never be able to make enough money to feed his family and keep them clothed. But my mother was a good hand at making stuff. She made all our clothes. And so really, this is all the memories I have from being from around Christmas time.
Does somebody else want to tell their Christmas memories?
Tell about the unicycle on top. Kevin wanted a unicycle for Christmas. He started a year ahead preparing us for it.
He'd always pray it.
Oh, he knew how to manipulate Mom and Dad, because, you know, if they didn't come through with it, then it reflected on the Lord. Because after every prayer, he would say, "And thank you for the unicycle on top." After every prayer. For a year.
Did we order that first unicycle from Sears?
It was a cheap one. It didn't last long, did it, Kevin?
Well, it lasted long enough for him to learn how to ride
You
it.
learned.
That didn't take but about 38 minutes.
And then we finally
Ordered that was
graduated to a Schwinn
I
that we
think
bought
went
from-
to the city to
from
get
Shreveport.
that, didn't we?
and
I still have it.
You do.
Is there one in the shower?
he could
He
he'd
rode
go
in
up
the
and down that
Christmas
hall
parade
down
one
Cook
year on
Street.
his
He can go up and
unicycle.
down that hall and
The whole
without even
Christmas
hitting it.
parade.
It wasn't about a 3-foot hall wide, and he would go all the way down and swing around and back.
Not only that, he did it on one wheel.
You remember the year, Mom, we got up so early you let us open our gifts and then we had to go back to bed?
Come on, I like little lap dogs. I like little lap dogs.
We always read the Christmas story,
Scratch you.
and later we graduated and read
Scratch you.
the Cajun version of it.
I'll scratch you.
Maybe that's where Dad went. I didn't want to waste time reading.
I'm gonna go jump out behind it. Creep him out.
It looks like you're going like this.
This is a turkey's face.
Do it again.
Okay.
No,
Turkey.
the turkey.
High five.
What? Oh,
High five.
turkey.
Do the snail. Get off of me.
Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do it?
I'll do the snail. You do it.
Y'all
You do the other hand.
neglecting
Do
Timmy.
the other hand. Snail.
What'd you call that?
A snail.
Is that what you taught in your orientation class?
Just a lot of things in that orientation.
If you had have taught that, they might have had more fun.
Maybe. He's trying to climb up my leg.
If you let them watch more YouTube channels, they'll learn more.
Yeah, Antoine.
More visual.
Antoine who? What's his last name, Anna?
Awesome.
Antoine Dodson. I mean, everybody needs to know who he is.
He's climbing in your windows.
Where's your rope?
Oh, him? Oh, yeah. I remember him.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, and hide your husband too.
How'd your husband stick?
You are so dumb.
Video here.
You're really, really dumb.
Are you videotaping me?
Yes.
Grandma
Oh.
wanted you to get educated,
Well,
honey.
thank you.
Ow! Where's your rope? Where's your ball?
And this is your book.
It could be a board.
Funny shaped looking board.
Oh, this is the Mark. I want him to learn some things too. Kyle, where's Kyle?
He's in the shower.
Well,
Where's Kyle?
he was in the shower. There's a guilty one right there. I got her on videotape.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Put this over on the
That way you can
bookshelf
find
or
good.
something.
You're warm.
Thank you, Grandma.
You're welcome, darling. But that book now,
What is?
I want it used.
Yeah.
It will be.
Wait. For what?
Well, not to whack nobody,
Oh.
but to learn.
I wanted to
That
get
is
someone
a
with a book.
very educational book. You learn a lot. It tells you how to fix everything. Everything.
I don't understand. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
See?
Wow.
Hold it up.
Everything you need to know. You can fix everything.
It's a chick magnet.
Hold on, I gotta get it. Do it again.
501.
5001.
And it's Grandpa's.
Oh, 5001. Okay.
Yeah. It's
I
that
didn't
much
know Grandpa
more.
knew
Good
that
job.
many secrets.
Forget college.
Secrets don't
That's
make
right.
friends.
Forget college, Kyle.
Larpenter and Son. No big job is too small, some too big.
Come on, get out there. We might better hide.
Mama, what'd you get for Thibodeau?
There he is out there. Did you get my show?
Is anybody in this one?
Hey, Kyle.
What's that? What you see?
Hey,
What you see?
Okay.
Nice to Kyle.
I don't know if
You
can
just
share,
remember, I'm
but-
about 50 times your
But
size.
see, Kyle was living alone when I made him his jelly.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you.
Well, he'll have to share him with his family.
Kind of wondering. I don't know how much sharing will be involved on my end. I might just eat it all. I'll be excited.
Where'd you do it?
I think it's called regifting. Sounds bad.
Regifting. Regifting.
The problem is you gotta
Don't
remember
get
who
your
you got what from. So you
Don't
don't
get
get
your
back.
hopes up. It's kind of hard times, isn't it?
My goodness. That's pretty.
I hope it'll
It's not
fit.
regifting, it's 2011.
Oh, yeah,
That's pretty.
What's that?
like it?
Angela, what's that book?
With a black,
Sky
Pretty.
Coast.
Oh,
with
okay.
a black, anything black, it would go so pretty.
Thank you, Mom.
And I got another one if you want it, if that fits. I've got another.
Okay, hold it up, Kyle, so we can get a picture of you with your gift.
I have fat arms. That's
I
my
thought that
biggest
would
problem.
go good with,
Mama, you want to get over there by Kyle and his present?
Already have the right shirt.
yeah.
And socks.
Mom, stand by
You don't
Kyle.
have to button
Fits
it.
perfect.
Right, good.
Maybe that looks good on you.
Stand by Kyle, Mom.
Oh. Yeah, Kyle, see, that'll prepare you for life. It in the Bible.
Thank you.
You're welcome. welcome, darling. But I thought those would be so interesting. I can't wait to read them. I got one, save one for me and Grandpa. A little late, but I've got a blue one like that. And Bryn, if you want it, would you be